I'm going to finally start dating when I accomplish X. Men, did you actually start dating when you accomplished X? X for me was when I can get a girl to agree to date me. I knew a guy who said he'd start dating when he lost weight. He lost 60 pounds. Then started dating a girl who was 120 pounds. 2 years later they were both 60 pound heavier. I feel like you're setting me up for a math problem. An overweight man weighs XLBS. After losing 60 pounds, he starts dating a girl who weighs 120 lbs. After Y years together, both the man and the woman gained 60 lbs. How many watermelons did the man buy when he was half the weight he is today? Explain your answer. When I moved out of my parents' house, I tried and mostly failed. Sorry to hear that, bro. Have you figured out why you failed? And are you trying something new now? Not really tbh. And now I'm back living with my parents again. Man. I moved out of my parents and have not had any action going on back at my place lol. I'm planning to move back to Japan next year. So I'm scared that if I start any relationship, it is going to have an expiration date and she's going to get upset when she finds out. But now I want to move back in with my parents and save money so I can move into a cozy place when I move back to Japan. What kind of work do you do in Japan? I'm trying to find a path to live there a year or two. My requirements before getting back into dating were move out of my parents' place. I live in a HCOL area where living with parents in your 20s is more common than not. Reach a particular salary, attain a better physique. I hit all of those a couple years ago. No, I did not start dating again lol. Well, at least not actively. I've talked to a few women that I've met at social gatherings and had a few hookups, but I never pursued dating. My friends called me out on it, but I don't know. Kinda enjoying just continuously improving myself at the moment. Before, online dating was pretty bad for my mental and I never really enjoyed the chase. Ideally, I just run into someone on the same path. Your friends got on your case for not dating? Why? Yes, when I stopped drinking. Same. I was too busy feeling bad for myself when I was drinking to really notice and act on the women who were interested in me. Once I got sober things really opened up. Mine was when I moved out. I bought a house, haven't been on a date yet. Is there something else holding you back? I could make a million excuses, but the crux is twofold. I suck at breaking the social ice with new people. I'll go do just about anything with anyone I currently know, but the moment I have to go do something with someone I'm not familiar with, I clam up. And secondly, I'm a really short dude, 5 feet 2 inches. And while I don't let it define life, as in I don't have a complex or anything, but it's created a mental hurdle to even approach women, since the whole cultural thing of men being taller than their significant others exists. It's funny, I'm the other way. I can break the ice with anyone, including the Uber driver or cashier at the grocery store, but once it moves to a bit more familiarity, I freeze up and run. I'm pretty sure I have avoidant attachment issues. No, I decided I was happier on my own lol. Based. Wanted to work on myself physically and mentally first, as well as completing my bachelor's degree. Now I'm 2/3 through my master's degree and still haven't started. Kinda moving goalposts a bit, but I've been feeling pretty content for the past months in addition to not having a lot of free time. So I move the goalpost until I want and can. I'm worried that I'm doing the same thing. Sometimes men and women need to stop dating and work on themselves. I don't know if this is legit for me or if I'm just making excuses to avoid dating. Same worry for me as well though. Yes, I always knew I didn't want to try for a relationship until I was happy with myself, as you shouldn't chase relationships just to feel happy, but to enhance your happiness. I think I'm already in a well enough place to already try for a while, but I'm still somehow not doing it so far. X constantly changed. First it was lose weight, then get a job, then get a car, then I lost my car, and I gained weight, then I got a better job, then I lost weight, now I don't have a car. Also I need an apartment. The funny thing is I developed this idea that I needed X because when I said I was insecure to people, They told me I was lacking X and I needed X. I think the real issue was listening to people that don't understand what I'm going through and think that I need X to be viable to women. But I don't know. How did you lose a car? Long story. I got a bunch of tickets. Then I lost my license. It's got to be around here somewhere. Don't wanna date till I lose weight and feel comfortable with myself. And when I've gotten a job within the career field I chose. Still thick and working a dead-end data entry job. Dating life wasn't great before. So I don't feel like I'm missing out. The whole idea in my head is I encourage my girlfriends to find a successful guy. And I don't want my girlfriends or my sisters to date some bum. But right now I'm some bum so. Apostrophe. I've spent years telling myself that I wasn't enough and I needed to do many things before dating. And I did manage to accomplish many things on my finances, health and career. But I realized that I'm not getting any younger and I'm just chasing dragons. Now I see the dating market and it's a wasteland. I feel like somebody just got to a party when everyone is leaving. Moral of the story, work on yourself, but don't forget to live and listen to your emotions. I feel like somebody just got to a party when everyone is leaving. This is me. I'm 49 and recently dumped. I fear there will be nothing to make me happy. Mine was about losing weight. Once I lost weight I started dating. It's been great. I've never really had a hard time finding women to date. But I've been looking with the intention of marrying and starting a family and I've recently found who I think is the one. Time will tell. All I know is anyone acting like women aren't just as shallow as men are out of their F minds. 6'4", 190 pounds and I get constant attention from women 330 pounds. I was invisible to women. I've lived basically 2 lives now and see so much hypocrisy it's crazy. Time will tell. All I know is anyone acting like women aren't just as shallow as men are out of their F minds. But if you point it out they retort, oh, so you're saying we should lower our standards and be with men we aren't attracted to? Boo. You're not entitled to sex. Nope. By the time I finished X, I realized I like my solitude. Now, I moved the goalposts to Y. I accomplished X because I successfully finished dating and got married to a talented woman whose skills and emotional support helped me be successful. That's amazing, man. Graduated nursing school and got my own place. I did it and it's been incredible. Never had a better sex life. I'll date again when I find a woman who has integrity, honesty, loyalty, and kindness. It will be a while I would think. It's as rare in a woman as it is a man. Good people are hard to come by, but it's worth it when you find them. I've dated before, but I've always had the mindset of I'm going to really try for a serious relationship when happens. Blank happens. And then I don't even try to really pursue things. For me it's definitely a self-worth and self-respect issue. Now that is a work in progress and my main problem to tackle. It's easier for me to believe I hold no value and that I must fix myself. Don't get me wrong. It's healthy to realize that a change is needed before getting into relationships. But I genuinely take it to another level and I need to stop. I was on dating apps for years. But I didn't feel like I could give 100% as I was still living with my parents. A date could go well, but what after that? I don't want them in my shitty little room in my parents' house. Once I bought my house, I felt like I could properly date. Only took 6 weeks from buying my house before I found my current fiancé. Lol. That doesn't work. As in many things, relationships are all about timing. Relationships are all about timing. Which I don't know anything about. I only have a vague idea of what it means myself. My first serious girlfriend used to write it in cards she sent me after we broke up. That, and you're no one until you've been ignored by someone's cat. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah. WTF. Why was she sending you cards after the breakup? I said I would put myself out there for dating again for the first time in years after I finished my training for the LA Marathon. I did run the LA Marathon, but it was early March 2020. The world shut down that following week lol. I did actually get back to dating again in 2021 and now I'm engaged, so yes, it did eventually work out. But with some delay. My other goal for after that race was to get back into bouldering, but I didn't finally do that until late 2023, since it was hard to join as a new member for a couple years there. Anecdotally, statements like "I'm going to finally start dating when I accomplish X" are a crutch used to give options. But the preference is not to do something for some reason. I used to use that line all the time. After my first relationship, first GF cheated on me. I was 21 and ill-equipped to handle the emotional and mental problems that stemmed from it. In reality, the line was simply because of mental health issues in my 20s. It was because I thought I wasn't worthy of love. In my 30s, I thought I could only be loved if I was successful at my job, etc. Close bracket. All I wanted was to be loved by another person. My lines were // "I'm going to finally start dating when I lose X amount of weight. I'm going to finally start dating when I earn X number of dollars. I'm going to finally start dating when I achieve X position. I'm going to finally start dating when I develop more confidence by doing X // I'm going to finally start dating when I'm completely mentally fine. I'm going to finally start dating when I attain happiness on my own. Being comfortable in my own skin. That's not to say I didn't date at all. I did go on dates and a total of 3 relationships, one of which spanned several years. I'm in my 40s now and wish I didn't waste my time with all the excuses I came up with. I wanted kids and a family. I'm not sure I'll achieve either for a variety of reasons. In my earlier years, I was certain I could. I stupidly chose not to. Moral of the story for anyone in their 20s and 30s, don't keep making excuses. Time will fly faster than you realize. You'll blink and suddenly your options disappear. The only time to act is right now. To do that, you need to not fear failure. Always try to keep moving forward. Please don't make the mistake I, and many others before me, did. Buy a house was my goal. Stunted myself massively lol. But I'm trying my best to date now. Ye kinda hard to date without a driver's license at 16y/0. I started dating after I got a job making 60k. So far it's been good. Meeting girls who with the same type of pay. Currently with a girl who makes more than me. So it's fun. Are girls really okay with a man making 60k? I always see in dating podcasts and shows where they claim they want someone making 500k plus. I never dated for one of these reasons. Thought I need to have all the requirements before I can be even considered desirable. Now I'm 30 and still have zero experience because of not being met with the requirements. I make 110k and still feel ashamed for not making higher. I thought I have to be very wealthy to even be given a chance in today's dating scene. Bro, if a girl will only consider you if you make half a mil, then she will leave you once that changes. Is that the type of love/girl you are going for? Put yourself out there. Be charming, dashing, considerate, and you will be desirable. Look sharp and have confidence. You gotta go and find your love, bro. I'm rooting for you. I don't know why I got more picky the more accomplished I am. Yeah, there was never an X, there is never an X. X sounds like a procrastination you're putting as a barrier to actually facing the fear of interacting with women. Probably the only way I have seen this play out is people who don't want the distraction of a woman while they are studying medicine or something like that. If you're saying I'm going to start dating when I get a 6-pack/car/house finish high school, then you're just going to keep adding reasons to keep putting off talking to women. This is me, and now I'm 30 without any interaction, dating experience or relationships, since I never reached the prerequisite of having X. No, you'll miss opportunities, but that is a really good way to reject the ladies. Thanks for the tip.